I'm getting really close to paying Elon Musk to play for me because I'm getting absolutely stomped by King Kong here. And I know I'm not the only one who's contemplated this. But you see, Path of Exile 2 is a game of trial and error. King Kong here is not very flexible. Just stay right underneath his legs, and every time he goes to swing at you, dodge roll away. A new mechanic that has been very, very helpful in Path of Exile 2. Now, speaking of helpful, we can actually carry 2 weapons at once in Path of Exile 2. But one of the main issues I believe this game has, specifically early on and with new players, is there are so many systems happening at once that whenever we get a little pop-up menu or a tutorial about something, it's forgotten quickly because we have so much other stuff to remember. And I believe this is actually even made worse on consoles. So for instance here, if you're looking at my character wondering why I'm just shooting at nothing, being able to quick swap your weapons like this, for me personally, is what I use to identify which weapon is actually better. I'm doing this by holding down the left trigger or L2 button, and then swapping between weapon sets 1 and 2 by hitting L1 and R2. There are so many attributes attached to weapons as you get later and later into the game that sometimes I just don't know which one is the better weapon to choose, and so I'll just equip 2 and then go out hunting and see which one is more efficient. Now, before you go and sell, disenchant, or salvage that weapon that is not as good, hold on to it, because once you collect 2 more similar items, you can actually reforge items in this game. You'll find the reforging bench right next to the salvage bench, and basically what this does is it takes 3 similar items and then reforges it into 1 new item, giving you 1 more shot at finding the skills and attributes you want on your weapon. Speaking of attributes, I don't know about you guys, but I for the life of me cannot figure out how to find what my critical hit chance and damage were in this game. The character menu shows none of this. It's tricky, but here's how to find it. Go to the skills tab, and then from there scroll down to one of the skills that you want to see more information about, and then hit X, and then go down to advanced info. Once here, you'll get all the information you'd ever need about the skill, and then you can just use the up and down arrows on the D-pad to cycle through your different skills to look at stats. And you know, speaking of stats, there are actually permanent stat boosts for our character that are hidden all throughout the maps in Acts 1 through 3 on both normal and cruel difficulty to be discovered. When you're looking on your map, next to the locations, there are these little skulls. The skulls that have a little plus icon or a cross, if you will, those are the ones you want to try and look for. And so a habit that I've started adopting is basically whenever I discover a new location, I will find its waypoint really quickly, and then I will jump back into the old location and check the map to see if there are any of these skulls and permanent upgrades waiting for me. Now, looking around the map is a problem on console, because if you're just in the map menu, the only thing you can do is look at the main map, and then if you scroll over using the joystick, make sure to always look at the underground map as well, because a lot of those passive permanent upgrades are here. Now, for those of you on console, you're noticing something. As of time of recording this, we can't scroll on the map, but there is a way around this. If you go to one of the waypoints on the map, or checkpoints, I guess, these actually act as quick teleport locations, so you can teleport from one to the other instantly. But while you're in this menu, you can actually scroll using the map. It's clearly built into the game, they just got to figure out how to get it to work properly. And speaking of working properly, there seems to be a little bit of a glitch with arrows in this exact spot in Act 3. Once you guys get here as a ranger, I challenge you guys to try and see how many arrows you can get stuck on the screen here. I think it'd be kind of funny to see if you can actually black out the screen or if there is a limit to how many can get stuck. Anyways, Path of Exile 2 is quite the overwhelming game, and so I hope at least a couple of these here helped you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if any of these worked for you, and then also for all those listening, because I'm seeing there's tons of you now, share some facts and tips for the rest of us. I'd love to see them, and maybe we'll collect a whole bunch together and make a new video down the line.